Guys, it's Brittany from Coffee Planner Mom, and I'm here today to set up my planner for 2020. So I have basically the bones of a happy planner, some guts from Lights Planner Action, and then a lot of happy planner accessories because I'm using Happy Planner. So here is what I've got in this big old pile, just so that you can see. This first thing, because it's kind of in the way, these are, it says mini, but these are actually classic sized rose gold discs. I love rose gold, like that's kind of my thing. So I have rose gold discs. I have the Be Happy box from the Teresa Collins collab, because I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I wanted to at least have it as an option. Right here we have these tab stickers. So I'll get into these and why I have them in a second. But that's the same reason why I have these. These are tabbed dividers, but the tabs are actually up top, and there was, yeah, here we go. Here's the other one. So these are also from Happy Planner itself, so they're already pre-punched and everything. This came from the very first Be Happy box, Kind Heart, Brave Soul, and it's got just regular gold foiling. And then these came as a set from the Trendsetter Happy Planner Girl collection, which was one of the original ones. We're actually on generation 3 of Happy Planner Girl line now. So this one is like a bookmark style. It's a little bit skinnier. And then we have this pattern, and then Today is the Day. Now, all three of them have tabs in different sections. So the bookmark one is on the left, then we have one in the middle, and then this one's all the way on the far right. So, and then this one is also one of the ones that's on the far right. We have sticky notes, we have a folder, and then we have the inserts. So, and I almost forgot, because these were over there, we have some filler papers. So what we're gonna do first, oh, and the planner. So we had the inserts that I was showing you, and then this is the planner itself. I don't remember the name of this one, but I loved it because of the florals, and it has the rose gold she blooms. Not entirely sure about these discs, but that's okay. I have the rose gold discs over here. So the first thing that we're going to do for setting up my planner is I'm going to personalize this to make it what I want, and I can't get this now. All right, I grabbed my scissors so that I could give it a slice, and now this side is catching. There we go. All right, so there are, when you buy these discs, there's enough for classic, so there should not be any extras. So just something to keep in mind with these plastic ones. Now the metal ones, I'm pretty sure the metal ones come as a set of 11. So for the Happy Planner sizes, for like how tall they are, there's mini, classic, and big. So the mini has 7, classic is 9 discs, and then the big has 11. Now when you want to switch out the discs on your planner, that's one of the reasons why I love the disc bound system, is because like it is fully customizable. Not that I have anything against these translucent blue discs, but they're just not me. So I did that really fast, and I apologize. I will do it slower next time because there's a back cover I'll have to do, which, yeah, let's just do that now. Oh, we've got this. All right. So the thing that you want to keep in mind when you're like wanting to remove things from a disc bound system, so in this case, Happy Planner, grab it from like the top corner close to the discs, and you want to arc it or arch it up towards you. And once you get used to it, you can go faster, but go a little slow. You can do, when you're doing the pages, and I'll show you this in a minute, you can do an entire month at a time. And you want to make sure that you are like arcing it kind of like a rainbow towards you, because if you come out this way, it actually rips the little mushroom punches, and now it won't go back in. So you can see up here, this top one is the best. Like it is completely ripped. So never pull straight out, always up. Okay, so like I said, you're going to just, And then when you want to put it back in, you just line it up with the discs. And it's going to be a little hard to do this, so I'll just show you. Just line it up with the discs and then put your fingers on either side, and then you just push it down and it goes on nice and simple. So now that those are out of the way, we're going to put the cover on my rose gold discs. So this part can be a little bit on the flimsy side just because, and especially getting it transferred over initially. But you just do one disc at a time and you just pop it right in. So you hold it above the little mushroom punch and then just push it straight down and then it catches and you are good to go. We've got two more, we'll get those on. Now, here's the thing, if you want to check out how I set up my 2019 planner, I have that, oh my gosh, now I'm blanking on which playlist I put it in. I actually think it might be in my planner flip through from 2019. So I try to keep my channel pretty organized. I mean, then again, it's a planner channel, so it being organized in some way should not really come as a surprise, but I digress. So I will go through and change out the name of my Plan With Me playlist to label them as 2019 and then start a new playlist for 2020. Now the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to take this folder. It is from the Supermom collection from Generation 2's Happy Planner Girl collection, and it says World's Okayest Mom. I loved the patterns of the Supermom collection, so I'm just gonna go with it. And that is going to be finding a home at the front of my planner. And we're going to take these sticky notes. I like sticky notes because, well, sometimes you might not be ready to actually put something in pen down in your planner, but you're like, I need to make sure that I have this notated somehow. So a sticky note is really good. These are Happy Planner brand. On this dashboard, these are from the Miss Maker line. So you've got like washi tapes and the planner cart and scissors. But I mean, like, you can take one of these plastic dashboards and take any sticky notes. Like, it could even just be your regular yellow Post-its and put them on here, you know, a nice stack, and they'll stick to here, and you can keep this in the back of your planner, flip to it, pull out a sticky note, and then put it on whatever paper, you know, page you want, and you've got it ready to go. So it doesn't have to be like an actual sticky note from Happy Planner itself. You can make do with, like I said, just a dashboard and generic brands. So here is where it's going to get a little interesting, for lack of a better word. So this is something I didn't really get into it too much over the last couple of years, but I am going to basically be Frankenplanning. So that's where you take the guts, you know, the insides of multiple planners or planner systems and combine them into one planner that's going to work out for you. So I am going to keep these, and I might end up coming back and deciding that I want to just use this planner as a whole. I don't know. But you can take, and this is what I was trying to say, a full month at a time. So we're going to take this first page from the planner. We're going to take the 2020 and 2021 overview, and then the perpetual calendars that came in my Happy Planner. So we've got them all right now, and I'm going to pull them all out. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop it right in here. Now I'm going to start off, oh no, actually. Okay, so what we're going to start off with is the monthly overviews. And this is one of the reasons why I'm a little hesitant and nervous about doing something different. With Happy Planner, you had the January, so you would have the monthly view, and then it would be followed immediately by all of the weekly views for that month. And then you would get into February, so the following month, and you'd have the monthly view, and then you'd get to the week, and so on. You guys get the point. But with this, with these inserts, it is all of the monthly calendars, just one after the other, and not a was I gonna say? And not the weekly views. So I don't know. I bought all these inserts, but I might end up finding a way to like I said, Frankenplan to get, there we go, to get it back. So I don't know if you saw, but that was a little bit flimsy just because there's so little on the discs right now, which is fine. But they are a little bit on the wobbly side. So I am trying to hold on to them. And also I might have put a few too many pages on, but that's okay. Go big or go home. Actually, no, I shouldn't go big or go home. Anyway, so we've got these on here. Now, here is where I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my first divider. So I have all 12 months over here, but I'm not going to put in all of the weeks, I don't think. Here we go, we'll stick this in here. All right, so we've got the monthlies, we've got a divider. Now we're going to do some weeklies. Now for Lights Planner Action, she sells the weekly inserts in sets of 11 for Happy Planner. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take some, and now these are really nice. So these are not divided up into, I'm a vertical planner for my everyday. So that's what these inserts are. They're going to be for my everyday plans. And normally Happy Planner's vertical planner is divided up into 3 boxes, and I kind of organize them as morning, afternoon, and evening. Just because like mentally I'm a very linear person. So that's what works for me. That might not be what works for you. And there's so many other layouts between like insert shops like Lights Planner Action. Happy Planner has a lot of other layouts as well. So you can end up finding something that'll work out for you if this style is not it. But for me it is. Vertical. I don't know about not having the regular divisions. So we're getting in the pages. Now I have 55 weeks worth, but I don't want to have that many in at once. So we're going to put in 22 weeks, and I'm going to shelve the other ones for the time being. And this is something that I would have done with Happy Planner anyway. I normally would take out 6 months and only have 6 months on my discs at a time. Just because it gets pretty thick from all of the decorating that I do. And I'm okay with that. I like my decorating. So the thing is, I've got other inserts that I want to put in. So the next one is going to be the weekly overview. Oh yes, that's right. We need to put in a divider. Oh, that one was, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll save this one because that'll probably end up being what I use to mark off my weeks. I don't know. So we're going to put that in. And then the weekly overview inserts. So these inserts are actually for my social media. Just to help me with my videos and everything. I can be really bad about checking and responding, really is what it is. I read my comments on my videos as they come in and pop up on my notifications, but then I'll remember that I read it, but I'll forget to actually come through and reply back. So my apologies if you're waiting on a response from me, but that is one of the things that I want to make sure that I do. So I have the to-do list, so that'll be to help me make sure that I am responding back. Let's get another divider in. And that's the other thing is I think maybe all of these dividers might be a little bit too much, which is why I have those tabs I was showing you. All right, and then we have my tracking. So this is for a habit tracker, and it's 12 months. So I'm gonna stick this at the back. And then I want to get some note paper in here, and I've got some really pretty note paper. That's one of the fun things about Happy Planner is they have a lot of filler paper that's really, really pretty. So I have a lot of options, but I kind of wanted something that was going to not be a, like a list per se for like a whole page. And I'm gonna stick it back here, I think. All right, so this is the note paper. It says note to self, and I'm not gonna take all of it, but I am gonna take a few pages because I do have some half-page note paper too that I kind of want to find a way to incorporate. Normally, what I would do when I'm setting up my regular planner, and I might just do this just so I can show you guys and so that it's kind of ready to go. So I've got this back here just so that I have it, but that's basically ready to go. Kind of am thinking, yeah, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to move the perpetual calendar, but I'm going to put, you know, maybe I should put the folder at the back. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Normally, I would put two folders in, one at the front and one at the back. But the thing that I have found over the last like 6 months is that I end up not using the one that's in the back. So I think I'll stick this here. This way it's a little bit of a barrier between the sticky notes because it's a little, you know. But yeah, so we've got that. Now, here's what I was getting at. These are half sheet note pages. Now, like I mentioned a little bit ago, no, oh, that's so beautiful. And this is why I'm also kind of torn. I might take these dividers out and just kind of put them in anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Because like, I really want to be able to see these dividers. They're so beautiful. So let's get to the weekly. Now, I'm gonna take my January, and I guess I don't actually need this if I'm using this divider. So I'll probably have to figure out how to rearrange it, but all right, so we've got the January tab, and then this is going to be the first week of January. So yeah, let me see how many weekly spreads there are in January. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to count out 5 weeks. All right, and then we're going to stick this in here because this is the week that February starts. All right, and then that should be the week that March starts. So even though, hold on, let me move this out of the way. There we go. So even though this is in the middle of the week, the weekly layout, I think I'm okay with that. Just so that I have like actual 3 months, you know, like monthly tabs right here, ready to go. And then what I can also do, because like there's nothing saying that I can't, I can always come over here and take the actual spread and use that instead of the inserts that I have. And I can just kind of like Frankenplan that way. But that should be pretty good actually. What I am gonna do though, before each of these different sections, I just pulled the whole thing out, I'm going to take 3 pages of these half sheet note papers. Normally when I set up just a traditional happy planner, I would take these, like I said, I would separate it into 6 months, but then in front of each monthly layout, I would put 2 or 3 note pages in. So I am going to do that. So I'm going to put that one in front of the monthly layouts. This one I'm going to put in front of where the weekly layouts start. And then we're going to find this next page. Here we go. So before the weekly overview. And this is just somewhere that I can go to scribble down some notes or anything that I have. A lot of times I will be sitting down and I'll say that I need some paper. and I won't have paper ready to go. And what I'll actually end up doing is going into my classic planner and grabbing these half sheet note pages and using these just so that I have them. So got that, and then yeah, I'm not going to put them over here by the sticky notes or in the way back because I have the full pages. So that means that my catch-all is ready and it's time to set up my on the go. All right, so in order to get this planner set up, so this is a happy planner. It is a skinny classic. So that just means that it is a half sheet, still classic size, so it's got the 9 discs. So I have an extra 9 discs over here, and we're going to do what I said I normally do. I'm going to flip right to July, and I'm going to take the divider out, and I'm going to pop these discs on. Now, because this is a piece of cardstock, it is way easier for me to pop these in than the covers, just because the covers are plastic. But they're very sturdy, so it just makes it easier to put them on first because it really creates a solid backbone for the rest of the planner. So now we've got that on there, and I actually think I'm going to take half and half of this, and I'm going to go ahead and get July through December 2020 in this planner onto these discs, and I'll be back in just a minute. Like I said, this is brand new, so you can really, I don't want to say appreciate, but yeah, you can really see how kind of flimsy it is when there's not much on these discs. So let me go ahead and get this going. All right, so I have it separated. So this one is July through December, and then this one has the cover and is January through June. So what I am going to do is kind of like what I was doing earlier. I'm going to take, because the Skinny Classic is actually half sheet pages. So these same ones that I put in my Classic, I'm going to put in before the divider. And this is what I was saying that I do, or had been doing for all these other years that I've just been using solely the Happy Planner system, is separating out into 6 months and then putting these note pages in front. Now, this planner is my on-the-go planner. So I put down places to go, like things that I need to do or reasons that I need to stay home. So like if like the Comcast guy is coming to do some sort of repair or whatever, like obviously I need to be home for that. So that's going to be in here. Going out for coffee dates, kids volunteering stuff, that sort of thing, activities, and then shopping lists. This way I try to limit my runs to the store so that it's not daily if needed. And I don't have to make a particular trip out. I can say, hey, I'm already out. Was there anything that I needed to grab? And I check my planner. So the monthly spreads, what they're going to end up being is I'm not going to decorate them. Even currently, it is just pen and I fill it in as things come up. And I just use a special like style of handwriting so that it looks a little bit more special, like a little fancier. But I sit down and I actually decorate each weekly spread just to make sure that they end up being cute. So I'm really looking forward to using this because it's a horizontal layout, which is what I liked about the mini, but it's unlined, which is what I prefer about my Classic. I don't like the lines in the horizontal minis. So I'm really excited to be using my Rongrong Skinny Classic. I am going to go ahead and get these pages put into this planner so that once July rolls around, I can just grab this off of my shelf and change out the cover. So I'll grab that cover, unless I buy a new one, which let's face it, I probably will. I love buying covers for my planners. And actually I found a couple of new shops that I want to try out. I just am trying to decide which one I'm going to order from first. But yeah, changing out my covers is another fun thing that I love. And just a way that I can get my planners personalized for me. So we've got that. Now that's the thing, is I'm putting in the note paper. Normally when I was using a mini, I did not put note paper in. Well, I did, but at the back. I didn't put it in front of each of the monthly layouts. Normally what I would do, what I would rely on, are sticky notes. But I don't have skinny sized dashboards or sticky notes that I can put in. So that's why I'm putting in so much note paper. This is not something that I have done in prior years, which, like I said, if you check out last year's setup, you'll be able to see some of the differences and see how I set up the actual, like, only Happy Planner system. But there we go. And I am going to put a couple in the back of this just to try to protect the integrity of these pages and everything, since I don't have a cover. Normally for a mini, I would put my extra cover that I have on it while it's sitting on the shelf, just to try to keep it safe. But since this is the only skinny, like, half sheet that I own, I only have the one cover at the moment. So, but that is going to do it for this one. I could, if I really wanted to, use this, which actually I might just do this and use a clip, because a clip in my purse would fall out, but I always had used a dashboard. So I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do. And I'll just pop that right in now, because I definitely need it. And then maybe some of those Etsy shops I was looking into have like some sort of a plastic bookmark that I could get too. So yeah, that's gonna do it though. The classic is now quite chunky. There are some other inserts that I bought. Yeah, I mean, like, especially compared to this, like, it ends up being about the same thickness. This one's a little bit thicker, so I might have overdone it a little, but that's okay. But I want to show you guys these other inserts and just kind of give you an idea of what I'm going to do with them. This one, actually, I don't know. This one was a freebie that I had gotten because I had placed such a large order with her shop that one time during her Gold Friday sale. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these, but I'm going to create a home planner, and I have this contacts insert. So it's an address book that I will be putting into it instead of keeping it in my planner itself. Same thing with the passwords. My kids are all starting to get accounts for different things, and I'm that mom. I want to make sure that I have passwords for all of their sites so I can log in and monitor it as needed. So that is what this is for. So I'll be able to put down, yeah, the website name, the username, password, email, and then under notes, I'll probably just put which kid it is. Or just give each kid their own, like, set of pages. And then my budget planner. So this one's actually incredibly thick, so it's not going to fit in here, but I've got even more discs that I could use, classic discs, and I've got extra covers, so I can either slip all of these into a Happy Notes that I have, or I can just make a planner itself using all these little bits and pieces that I purchased or have purchased individually from either Happy Planner itself or some Etsy shops. But that is going to do it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I really love this cover, and I think I like the fact that I have been able to find a way to integrate in these dividers, because the dividers are what got me. The guts of this Happy Planner originally are the same as a bunch of the other planners that they released. So I got this for the cover and the dividers and this page. So I'm happy I was able to work them in, and hopefully this system will continue to work for me. And if not, I will just transfer everything into the actual Happy Planner and go with that for the year. So These are my two main planners. Like I said, I will be putting together a home planner, but most of those you won't be able to see. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Hit subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any of my other videos. If you press the bell icon, it'll actually give you pop-up notifications so that you'll know as soon as all of my videos go live, because YouTube does not tell you that. And be sure to be following me over on Instagram. Over there, I am at Coffee Planner Mom, and I will see you guys later.